We start with the aftermath of a massive overnight storm fell across the metro.
It left a wave of destruction in parts of our area, causing flash flooding, power outages, downed trees, and unfortunately, at least one death. Our storm trackers have been monitoring those conditions for you for hours.
And now that the worst part of the storm is mostly over, we are keeping a close eye on some snow flurries expected tonight. What you're taking a look at now is a live look from Blue Ridge.
So we're going to bring in our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb. Now, Chris, we may be in for some more rain once again by the end of the week, right?
Yeah, there's another system that's going to be moving our way that will give us the potential for another round for severe weather. But with this one that we had this morning, you can see that line of strong storms that rolled through earlier that caused all of those strong winds, the very heavy rain that we had around, and we do have damage in some spots. We had power outages as well. The worst of that now is moving on off to the east of us into the Carolinas, and that's where there is a tornado watch in effect that does include part of the Georgia coast as well. So that's the worst of the strongest of the storms. We're still dealing with some breezes, and we have some colder air moving in, and now wraparound moisture that's going to dive into far north Georgia tonight will bring some spots the potential for a few snow flurries. We're not really looking for anything major with this system. It's mainly going to be in those higher elevations where we could have some light accumulations with that. Again, this is mainly going to be this evening, tapering off during the overnight hours, up to about a ½ inch of snow possible, mainly in those elevations above 1,500 feet, and locally higher amounts between 7 o'clock tonight till about 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, not a major thing. It looks like we will stay dry here. Not out of the question we might have a snowflake or two here in our area, but things much quieter tonight. There will be a few clouds around. We're going to be above freezing this evening with temperatures in the 40s. By tomorrow morning, though, we are moving back down into the 30s. It was a very active day out there today. We have team coverage. We're going to go to Karis Belger in just a little bit to talk about the flooding. But first, Teresa Bowles is on the south side right now, where unfortunately someone died earlier today because of the aftermath of the storms.
Right. One person was killed when a tree fell onto their car on Highway 54 in Jonesboro. Here's a look at that scene from earlier today. That tree was big enough to cover all lanes of Fayetteville Road when it toppled over. The impact crushed the windshield of a white sedan. The scene disturbed Talib Zayed, who said he lived right around the corner from where this happened.
I mean, even if you look right there, there's trees leaning. So, I mean, Georgia probably has to step up, Clayton County probably has to step up and do something to get rid of these trees that are close to the roads, the main roads.
And just a short time ago, we were on Northside Drive in North Atlanta, where crews were working on a downed power line and pole. Remnants of a tree were in the road. A traffic light and the Collier Hills neighborhood had been without power as it was being fixed. A worker told us that power should be back up and running soon if it hadn't already. And here on Woodward Way in North Atlanta, take a look at Peachtree Creek. Neighbors tell me it looks like it's about to crest. That water seeping into the grass over here, and you can see how muddy, feel how muddy it is as the puddles continue here. And I will to track those outages and damage during the aftermath of this storm.
All right, Teresa, thank you so much. Right now, crews in Spalding County continue to monitor road conditions after flash flooding today caused several road closures this morning and this afternoon.
It was a mess out there. 11 Alive's Karis Belger is in Griffin right now. Karis, what's it look like in Griffin?
Well, about an hour ago, I received an alert from emergency services here in Spalding County. They are closing several bridges over flooding concerns. I want you to take a look at your screens right now with the latest details. The bridge crossings at West McIntosh Road, South New Salem at McIntosh Road, and also Moon Road will be taking place. All of these bridge crossings will be closed, and other roads are still being monitored. And take a look at this video from earlier. This came from a viewer who works for the city. It shows water flowing onto the roads from the nearby creek in City Park in Griffin. He tells me this was just after 9 this morning, and he said the water suddenly rushed toward him as he was driving, and it looked, in his words, like Niagara Falls. He tells me it was only about 15 minutes before he was no longer able to drive, and about an hour later, the water receded.
I was actually at work when it happened, so I was coming through in our work truck, and the water had just started rising very quickly. So it didn't take that long, maybe 30 minutes, and the water was over the road where you couldn't see it. So maybe an hour and a half after that, it receded, and the road was eventually where you could see it. So it took not that long, like I said, for the road to be covered. And then after maybe an hour and 30 minutes, the water receded.
Now, anyone driving in Griffin and in Spalding County is urged to monitor all barricades, keep a close eye out for those, but also be mindful of any remaining water. Emergency services tell me they are urging people not to drive through any water. It could be deeper than it actually appears. They want to make sure everyone is safe while they continue to look at the roads throughout the evening.
Right, Karis, that phrase they always remind us of, turn around, don't drown. Thank you. Well, right now, these storms cause major interruptions at the airport. You're taking a live look at this hour from Hartsfield-Jackson International. And according to the flight tracking site FlightAware, there were more than 900 delays today and 40 flight cancellations. A quick